You heard the 50s in the Club just went diamond. The single, that is. And shout out to 50, man, because that is an incredible accomplishment when you have an album that goes diamond, and then the lead single on that album is now diamond as well. 10 million sold for the people who don't know in the U.S. So congratulations to 50 on that. I want to kind of bring up the conversation. Is In the Club a top 20 hip-hop song all time? We always talk about the top hip-hop songs all the time. It's one of the biggest hits ever.
Okay, so I'm going to submit something to you, and we talked about this the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think In the Club is better than They Reminisce Over You?
I don't think it's a better song, but do I think it's going to be, have more legs, be more important?
I got a few more for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cream.
No.
Award Tour.
Hell no. First of all, let me preface this by I'm not a huge fan of In the Club anyway.
No,
I wasn't.
I love it.
I wasn't when it came out.
You talk about 20 biggest hits.
It wasn't one of my favorite songs on the album either. Like What Up Gangsta was my shit like that. So
that beat's
pretty much any song that you name, I'm probably gonna say I like better than In the Club. But I'm trying to take my personal preference out.
If you want
to
talk about 20 biggest hits,
right?
Yes. 20 greatest songs. No,
because I think it comes into the conversation with like a "What's My Name" from Snoop, a still DRE type of thing.
Right. So those songs aren't better than like Deep Cover, Nothing But a G Thing, Cream, Award Tour, They Reminisce Over You, Fight the Power, Children's Story.
I think still DRE is better than In the Club.
I don't know if I agree with that, Mike.
Mall 7 with the super chat says Harden is not a great player. He cheats the game and is a one-trick pony.
Yes.
All he does is shoot that lazy travel step back three, and he folds like a lawn chair in the playoffs.
Straight up. I'm going to tell you. How about
Harden's
this?
impressive because he has an unstoppable move. He has a move that you know is coming when nobody can stop it.
That move used to be unstoppable. That's not the case anymore. You're thinking about James Harden from 4 years ago.
Right.
The most dangerous version of James Harden is actually floor general James Harden. The reason that he's not great to me is because his greatest resource is actually the fact that when he plays point guard, Mike, he is frighteningly good.
I see the picture that's on the screen. This is hilarious. Anyway, let's get back. It was a James Harden picture. He's like, anyway.
So disrespectful.
Let's get back to In the Club. So, all right, top 20 hip-hop hit of all time. So, okay, we got different lists here. We got greatest hip-hop songs, and we got, like, I guess, biggest hip-hop hits.
Right.
It's
one of the 20 biggest hits, easy.
Easy. I mean, it's probably one of the 10 biggest hits.
Go.
I mean, how many hits are bigger than In the Club?
Go, shawty.
Yeah. I mean, how many are bigger?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
No, it's up there, but is it better? It's like
top 50 hip-hop song all time?
Yeah, it'd have to make a top 50 list.
Top 30?
How about this? And not to be funny or to throw him any shade because he's had a better career than a lot of these guys, but I look at In the Club the way single-wise, the way I look at something like I Got It Made by Special Ed or It Takes Two with Rob Bass and Easy Rock. That's how I look at In the Club. It's one of those all-time great singles. But
I got
songs, culture-wise,
Yeah, because like I told you, I like a lot of 50 songs better than that song, even when it came out. So, yeah.
Well, it's hard. Even to your point, Mike, the best song on the album is probably the song right before In the Club. That's Many Men.
Right. Either Many Men or What Up Gangsta.
Right. So the two best songs on the album happened before In the Club. So it's like when you're like, it's one of the 50 greatest rap songs ever. It's like, I don't even know if it's the top 3 rap song on his album.
And see, that's the thing, man. Like, I remember seeing a list, and I might have spoken about this before. I forgot what publication did it, but they had Rosa Parks as like a top 30 hip-hop song all time. And I was like, man, I always skip that song on Akumanai. I don't even know if Rosa Parks is a top 5 song on Akumanai.
I don't know if it's a top 5 Outkast single.
Well, yeah. All right. Bonds Over Bad Dad.
Players Ball.
Players Ball is better than Rosa Parks.
Elevators.
Yeah. Elevators.
Get Up, Get Out. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music.
I was going to say even Benz and Beeman is a better song.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They made so many songs better than Rosa Parks that were actually singles. Now, it's 50's best single, and I think that's why people hold on to it.
It is. Yeah.
It's his best single.
It's a great debut single. Even though he had like the warm up with Wankster.
And you know how late we are getting this information? Plug literally told me this diamond plaque was coming in about this time last year.
Yeah. People have a heads up.
This certification shit be taking too long. I knew a year ago that he was about to get a diamond plaque for In the Club because the plug told me.
In the Club with the plug.
Right.
Esquire with the super chat says, just admit your KD bias is the impetus behind the Kobe slight. LOL. 25 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 blocks, game winner against Phoenix in 2006. Decimated Denver and Phoenix in a closeout game in 09 and 10.
All due respect to Kobe. KD ain't never been the number 2 option on any team. How about Kobe?
If he played with Shaq, he would have been. All fairness to...
Woulda, shoulda, coulda don't matter over here, Mike.
When you play with Shaq, it's different, man.
So stop making it seem like this guy is so clutch when he was number 2.
I'm not counting his clutch with that team.
You can't say that the number 2 guy is one of the most clutch players of all time.
I'm speaking of Kobe's clutch play after Shaq. Him and Shaq separated.
Okay, so you're talking about...
That's what I'm speaking to.
And what I'm speaking about is you're talking about 2 or 3 years because it took about 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years?
Yeah, hold on, pause. It took him about 2 or 3 years after Shaq to get back to that finals level and to start even being in position to have those clutch performances y'all are talking about. And it literally was a 3-trip finals run where he showed that clutchness. And so go put that up against... So
you're saying that's a short run?
I'm saying that's a short clutch run, correct.
OG Winston with the super chat says, gin and juice are In the Club. I'm going to go gin and juice. Again, it's a lot of songs I like more than In the Club. But if I'm being objective, In the Club would win that, I think.
I don't know who you are anymore.
No,
you just got done talking about Doggy Style. I just asked you
I personally like Gin and Juice more. What's My Name is probably one of the best overall rap singles to ever come out. But if I'm being objective and we talk about like, I don't know. Because I remember when so much drama and everybody knows every single word to Gin and Juice. That's what I'm saying. This is like, okay, so when I don't know. That's a good one. So we should put that in the poll.
Put it in the poll. But this is what I'm saying. When we're talking about Gin and Juice, it's like, no, Mike, that's different. It's like, is Gin and Juice one of the top 20 rap singles ever? It's like, fuck yeah, that's easy. When it's like In the Club, it's like, oh, I don't know. We got to think about it.
But you know what makes me think about Gin and Juice is the fact that What's My Name is, to me, a better song.
It's a better beat. Not a better song.
I think What's My Name is the better song.
No. I don't know about that.
It's a better
objectively.
hook.
I was actually about to tell you the hook is where Gin and Juice might be winning.
I think that's close.
Rolling down the street, smoking in dope.
But then you got
gin. No, Mike, that's more epic.
Snoop Dogg. No. I don't know, man.
I love Snoop. I love Doggy Style.
I don't know, man.
But if we're ranking the singles on Doggy Style objectively, I'll tell you that Gin and Juice is better than What's My Name.
Okay, I'll tell you this. Objectively, if I'm pulling my personal preferences out of it, I think Gin and Juice did have more of an impact than What's My Name. My music ears listen to What's My Name, and I say that's the better song. You know what I mean? But you're right.
But how many people, and motherfucker, hold on, what? I got chicks in
the living room getting it on. Everybody knows every single word.
6 in the morning. So what you want to do?
Yeah.
Shit, I got up. Everybody...
Yeah, everybody.
But for
knows.
What? We don't love these hoes.
Every single word. It's so like on some Slick Rick shit.
Yes, G's up, hoes down. Everybody knows the word. Stop that. You know a part of In the Club?
I think it is better than In the Club,
It is because you know the only part of In the Club that every single person knows? Go, shawty.
They know the
your
hook.
Birthday and the hook. You know every single word to Gin and Juice and the hook, and you sing along the entire way through, and you can't even help yourself when it comes on not to sing it.
Yeah, later on that day, my homie Dr. Dre came through with a gang of Tangeray and a fat ass J. It's a bubonic chronic that made me choke.
Shit, this ain't no joke.
Jeez.
I had to back up off of it
and
sit my cup
too,
down. Tangeray and chronic, I'm fucked up now.
Even that whole everybody got their cups, but they ain't chipped in. Like, yeah, these are standards.
I got me some Seagram's gin. Everybody knows these words, Mike. Like Gin and Juice is a top 5 hip hop single.
I'm underrating Gin and Juice because of how great Doggy Style is and how great What's My Name is.
That's why I keep
and Murder Was the Case.
That's why I keep trying
and Doggy Dog World. And what's the other one? It Ain't No Fun.
Mike, there's a reason Gin and Juice was #1 on the rap charts for 6 months in 1994.
Doggy Style's better than Into the 36 Chambers.
That's what I was
say that
asking you.
respectfully.
I was station head battle.
I say that respect. I would love to do that. I will put Doggy Style up against damn near any album, and that's real.
Me too. Doggy Style is one of those albums that scare me. Yeah. It's like, oh no, it's frightening. How
I'll put it up against Illmatic. Yeah, I said it.
I'll put it up against The Chronic. Keep telling y'all that. Yeah. Doggy Style's better than The Chronic.
And honestly, you know what? Me and you used to debate about that before this show even started, and I used to side with The Chronic because
the social commentary
and the range that it has, content-wise, over Doggy Style. But Doggy Style is the ultimate gangster party.
It's the ultimate gangster party. It's the best.
And I also said that there's no Little Ghetto Boy on Doggy Style, but you got Murder Was the Case, though.
There's not. And in all respect, dude, you know how I feel about Little Ghetto Boy? Murder Was the Case is the better record.
It is. It's hard to admit, but it is.
It is. Yeah, it is.
CJ Kid with the super chat says, is In the Club better than Hate It or Love It?
Yes.
Yes. Illmatic with the super chat says James Harden's, a.k.a. titties over titles. Strip club chicken wings over championship rings. Cheesecake over winning with my teammates.
When James Harden goes to major cities like New York, L.A., D.C., Atlanta, Houston, the strippers smile, and so do the ball players because they know where James Harden's going to be, and it's not on the fucking court playing hard.
Mad Max with the super chat says...
It's an event when he comes down here, Mike. It's like, oh, James is coming? It's like Trick City.
It's like that scene of Players Club when they ring the alarm or whatnot.
Yes, it's really that with him.
And there's Ron with the picture again.
It's legendary. This nigga is whack.
Mad Max with the super chat says, until KD wins a chip as a leader of a team, don't compare him to Bean. He's Moses Malone. He's Moses Malone, a guy who you add to a team that's great to put over, not build around.
Hey, hate to be the one to break it to people. Kobe and KD got the same number of finals MVPs and regular season MVPs. And one guy got better shooting percentages across the board.
You're picking KD on your team over Kobe?
Fundamentally, yes.
You're going to the playoffs.
I'm taking...
And you're taking Kobe or you taking KD?
Without Shaq?
Yeah, without Shaq. Yeah. Without Steph, too. Yeah.
Okay, so...
Since we're going to play that game.
So did KD not go to a finals without Steph?
He lost.
I ain't what I asked you. Kobe done lost finals, too. Kobe lost the finals without Shaq.
Kobe went to finals and won without Shaq.
Okay.
2 of them.
Still early.
Still early. That's your answer to that.
Early. No. All jokes aside, am I wrong? Who's the better shooter from the free throw line? It's KD. From long range, it's KD. From mid range, it's KD. They both got 1 MVP. They both have 2 finals MVPs. All I'm saying is it's conversational. Now, in an all-time great conversation about the work that Kobe did put in with Shaq, I would put Kobe in the top 10 ahead of KD. But when I mean I would put him in the top 10, it'd be like Kobe 8, KD 10. Stop acting like it's not conversation.
I look at Kobe's career with Shaq like Michael in the Jackson 5. When Michael was in the Jackson 5. It's a separate career.
The nigga got 5 rings and 3 of them with Shaq. That ain't no separate career. That's half his career.
Miles 7 with the super chat says, Kobe's clutch gene is overrated. People hang on to that narrative that he's super clutch because they love comparing him to Mike. Damn, y'all hating on Kobe.
No, we're being honest. You got to be honest.
Jay Short with the super chat says, Coop, you better hope Kawhi's knees don't hold up because he's going to do KD just like Tatum did in that series. KD fans thought we forgot. Pull up 18-footers and swag don't work if you're not on a 65-win team.
That's funny.
Mad Max with the super chat says Steph was the one getting doubled. KD wasn't the clear first option. He was just the most talented when JR let KD get a wide open dunk because Steph was in the corner. You know who viewed as the greater threat.
So, Mike, I want you to remind people how Steph has really performed in the finals, and you tell me how valid you think that is.
Yeah.
Because the way Steph shooting the finals ain't the way he's shooting the regular season. Want to go check the numbers?
It's not.
So
as a fan, I watched that.
Okay, so how about this? Steph is not even in this clutch KD Kobe conversation now, is he?
No.
Then hush.
I wouldn't put him there.
Then hush with the Steph.
Mall 7 with the super chat says Doggy Style is better than 36 Chambers. I'll even say it's top 2 album ever. I only think Illmatic is better.
It's up there. It's top 5 album for me.
Mad Max with the super chat says KD currently is getting carried by a diet Kobe in Book. he called Devin Booker, not Devin Booker. Yeah, he called Booker a diet Kobe.
I
if
don't
the
see
Suns
the Kobe
win
comparisons to Booker.
he said if the Suns win a chip, Book is getting that Finals MVP.
Book ain't even fucking
What
playing
that
right
gonna say
now.
about KD?
Book's not even fucking playing right now. How many games has Devin Booker played this season? People acting like KD been on the Suns for like 2 years. Him and Devin Booker have played like 15 games together, Mike. Who carrying who?
Mad Max said more like Bobby with New Edition, Mike. I'm with that. Okay. Kobe's Shaq career is like Bobby in New Edition. Okay. And Shaq is Ralph Tresman.
Hold on. We about to get out
Thanks,
of this.
Mad Max.
Right, we about to get out of this and pause, but let's get this straight. Hold on. When you saw Devin Booker playing in the playoffs last year and he was going off, where do you think that space came from, Mike? Why didn't Devin Booker ever play like that before? Right, because he got freed up by KD coming to that team.
I remember Devin Booker getting 70-something points in a game.
You talking about one game? I'm talking about an actual whole series.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, he can play.
How about this? How'd Devin Booker play in the finals without KD? Remember that? Right.
Hey, man,
and then all of a sudden,
it wasn't Kobe like.
And then hold on, but look at how he played against the champs when he had KD by his side. A guy like KD frees up things just the way Steph does. Like, people talk about KD and Steph like Steph is some supreme shooter that KD is not. You understand KD's range is just as long as Steph's. You understand free throw and 3-point and field goal percentage wise, they're almost dead even at every heap, right? Steph is a little bit better at the free throw line by like literally 2%. He's a little bit better from 3-point line by like 3%, and KD is about 6% better from the 2-point line. So it's literally comparable shooting. So when you're talking about creating this spacing, no, a 7-footer who can pull up from 35 feet creates spacing too. People don't need to act like the way some of y'all be talking, y'all don't know basketball.
How do we get back on this basketball? Okay, In the Club is a top 30
and I'm taking
song
Kobe
all
over,
the time.
and I'm taking Kobe over KD and LeBron for one game.
Gin and Juice over In the Club.
Damn right.
Doggy
Juice
Style
over almost everything, Mike.
Yeah, Doggy Style over The Chronic, right? Is that where we're at?
Damn
and,
right.
And yeah, Kobe Bryant's Bobby Brown from New Edition. I saw somebody say Ralph Tresvant was the best vocalist in the group.
I like the Bobby Brown analysis because Bobby Brown had a nice little 2-3 year run.
Man, the Kobe slander, I can't
Is it slander,
it.
Mike, or is it the truth? Did he not just have a little 2-3 year finals run post Shaq? What was the rest of it?
A little 2-3 year finals run? He was dominating the league.
No, he wasn't. He was James Harden. He was shooting in volume and scoring a lot of points and not going anywhere. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Ron, you got to say something about this.
Well, guess what, Mike? All the first and second round playoff exits say I'm right. What do you have to dispute? Mike, when Shaq left and went to Miami, it wasn't until 2008 and 2009. Yeah. That took about 4 years. What was he in between them? Right, and he was
They lost a lot.
And no, they lost Shaq. He was just
a lot.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Right, that's everything.
They lost a lot. It wasn't just Shaq, but they lost a lot with Shaq and
Shaq was 70% of it. But for about 4 years, he was a great player, Mike, but he was a volume shooter putting up great numbers a la James Harden in this era. And what did everybody just call James Harden? Right.
But see, James Harden wasn't a 3-time champion. James Harden
James Harden wasn't a 3-time champion. How many Finals MVPs did Kobe get with those 3 rings? Since he's so clutch,
nobody would have.
I'm waiting.
Look at what his numbers were in those
All I'm
finals.
saying is y'all calling him Bobby Brown. Y'all forgetting that he was Scottie Pippen.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna go to the next
Scottie
topic.
Has in second option on a championship team. Was he not the second option for the first 3 rings? Yes or no?
Coop, everybody would have been second option.
You talking about everybody?
LeBron James would have been second option next to that Shaq.
Hey, Mike, if was a 5th, the facts of the matter is
you
that
act like he was second fiddle to some regular person. This was Shaq, man. Anybody would have been second fiddle to Shaq. Penny was. Wade was.
No,
and
Wade
Shaq was washed.
No, Wade wasn't in 2006.
He still was. I mean, he was the player in his prime, but Shaq was the guy saying, I'm going to get this team a championship. Boom, boom, boom. He won the Finals MVP with a lot of help from the referees and the free throw line, but at the same time, Shaq was still the guy.
So, what you're telling me is that Shaquille O'Neal took Penny Hardaway to the finals. took Kobe Bryant to the finals.
Yeah.
Took Dwayne Wade to the finals.
For sure.
But y'all are trying to call Kobe clutch. It looks like Shaq is the guy.
I'm speaking to Kobe's career after him and Shaq.
And Kobe's career after Shaq, with the exception of a 3-year period, Mike, consisted of him either going home early.
These James Harden pictures that are popping up are wild, by the way.
Mike, am I wrong? Did he not go a 4-year stretch where he went home early every year right after Shaq? And then he went on a 3-year.
The team was rebuilt.
And then he won 2 out of 3 finals. And then after that, what happened? They barely even made it to the playoffs again.
But cool, you have to admit.
I love Kobe.
You have to admit that even after losing Shaq and having to rebuild your team, they lost Phil Jackson for a second too. To even come back and win 2 more championships, that's impressive. And even with all those things being said, he still has more championships than Shaq does.
Fair. But this is what I say. Not all rings are created equal. So hold on. How is it, and then we can really move on, how is it that KD is capping off of Steph's rings, but Kobe's not capping off of Shaq's rings? So when you're talking about
KD doesn't have any after Steph.
Right. So hold on. So if he gets one after Steph, we gonna talk about him like we talk about Kobe, right?
He's gonna need 2 or 3. Yeah.
How?
Because Kobe has 2 after Shaq.
So you don't find them to be comparable players right now?
I think that to be comparable with somebody like, KD or Kobe, I think they're all-time great players. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you that in clutch moments and in game-ending moments, if I'm rooting for the other team, I would fear Kobe on the other end of the court more than I would KD.
So let me ask you something. What do you think of Kareem?
I think Kareem is one of the greatest players of all time. I think he's a top.
So Kareem won
top 5.
Kareem won 1 ring before Magic came along in almost a decade.
Mm-hmm.
And then he literally, for the majority of their title runs, with the exception of the first title, for the 4 of the 5 rings, he was the second best player on that team.
Yeah. That speaks to a lot to Magic.
Right.
Yeah.
And Magic in a lot of people's circles is considered to be a greater player than Kareem because of that.
Mm-hmm. Magic did some things that were game-changing we've never seen. And Magic also, as great as Kareem was, right? And Kareem had the sky hook, and I think that he, from what I know, he had some intangibles that others before him didn't have either. But we never seen anything like Magic, just like we had never seen anything like Shaq. If you ask me who is probably easier to come by, even though neither one of them were really easy to come by, I think that you're probably going to get another Kareem-style player before you get another Magic-style player, especially at that time.
All I'm saying is that the role that Kobe occupied with the Lakers when Shaq was there, the role that Kareem occupied when Magic was there in the Lakers, KD did not occupy that role with Golden State. Okay. KD was the man in Golden State.
That's true.
Not Steph.
That's true.
Now tell me that I'm wrong.
Now that's true.
Okay, so stop this.
But Steph's not Shaq. And Steph's not Kobe. Steph's not Magic. Steph's not Kareem.
So with that being said, doesn't that make the degree of difficulty of KD winning those titles with Steph a little bit tougher, seeing how KD is
Well, it's not just Steph, Coop, because we're talking about a team that was 73-9 without KD. So it was just a really good team. It's almost like
they couldn't finish the deal without KD. When LeBron had a healthy team, they weren't that great of a playoff team. Now, were they? Great regular season teams.
It's true.
But when they went to the playoffs and had to play a healthy LeBron team, right.
And shit, even had to play the Thunder. They went 7 games. You 73-9. You lost 9 games all season, but you lost 3 games. You lost 4 games in 2 series. So no, not 4 games. You lost 7 games in 2 series.
The last 2 series, Mike.
Yeah, the last 2 series.
Right, when it was on the line.
9 games all season.
When it was on the line. When it was on the line, you mean? So this Steph being the man and KD needing Steph to do it, it's like, no, that prime KD is very much like a prime Shaq, a prime Magic, a prime Kobe, a prime LeBron, a prime Michael Jordan. Yeah. It's like, no, he going to the finals one way or the other with a couple of good all-star players next to him.
Yeah, because that's 72.
He took Russell Westbrook to the NBA Finals when James Harden was sitting on the bench and Russell Westbrook couldn't shoot a fucking lick.